East Coast with that gang gang. You know we don't play games, whoa. Hop up on that wagon, oh please just get out the way. You know we stay stuntin', right up in your face. We sorry, not sorry, we just stuck up in our ways. West Coast, no hands, stand up. Put that glass and hands up. Gang, we famed up. Got that change, we bagged up. Crew love, we stay manned up. Ahem like I'm wheezy, yeah. Rap game just too easy, Drip so sick, I'm queasy, whoa. East Coast with the gang, West Coast with the gang, Lover with the gang, you know we don't play gang. East Coast with the gang, West Coast with the gang, Lover with the gang, you know we don't play gang. East Coast with the gang, West Coast with the gang, Lover with the gang, you know we don't play gang. East Coast with the gang, West Coast with the gang, Lover with the gang. Yeah. Watch me finesse, walk to the line. Good versus evil, God in his prime. Always in prime, always on time. Our time to shine, wifey is fine. I'm doing fine, glad that you asked. God fill me up, mud in my glass. God clean me up, all that I ask. Wherever you headed there fast. I am ahead, you are in last. Last time I checked, you were all gas. Gas in the whip it up fast. Fast and all furious, I'm starting to spaz. Getting all curious, you put me on blast. Blasting that Darius, kids in the back. Back to the future is black. Black like T'Challa, Wakanda attack. East Coast with the gang, West Coast with the gang, Lover with the gang, you know we don't play gang. East Coast with the gang, West Coast with the gang, Lover with the gang, you know we don't play gang. East Coast with the gang, West Coast with the gang, Lover with the gang, you know we don't play gang. East Coast with the gang, West Coast with the gang, Lover with the gang, you know we don't play gang. Coming at me like that, like whoa, yeah. Coming at me like that, like whoa. I don't even feel like that, like whoa. You ain't even see my stacks, like whoa. We up on the sea, but that's my bow. Coming at me like that, like whoa. Coming at me like that, like whoa. Coming at me like that, like whoa. Coming at me like that, like wish that I care, but I don't. And I swear, if you want, we can flow. Coming ready for the smoke. Murder she wrote, but I don't even dare. I got places to go. Coming ready for the show. Sacred the goat, we got royal affairs. We gon' win on the low. Coming ready for the glow. You taking notes, have a seat, take a chair. You may think that we cold. Coming ready for the snow. Try to bear the weight, but it's too heavy. Try to get away, but it's too deadly. Gotta keep it sharp, so we stay edgy. Can I get ahead, so we stay ready? Coming at me, that's sad, that's joke. I cannot believe these lies, I'm woke. All that agree, but why you broke? When y'all need, come get your folk. I actually soar over these waves. When I get paid, I gotta know people to pay, places to go. Watch what you say, watch what you coming at me like that, like whoa. I don't even feel like that, like whoa. You ain't even see my stacks, like whoa. We up on the sea, but that's my bow. Coming at me like that, like whoa. Coming at me like that, like whoa. Coming at me like that, like whoa. Coming at me like that, like I sit back, I'ma go and get that. I just wanna give back, people call me Big Black. I just got my whip back, asked me when I got here, told her that I've been back. Brought a couple wins back, double cup of no act. I don't really have beef, but I'm still a Big Mac. And you know I got green, now we bridging the gap. Flow with me and my team, cause we know how to scrap when you making a scene. Came up from the dirt, yeah I know my worth. No I will not sell, niggas gotta work. Do not kiss and tell, no I do not serve. But I'll ride these waves, so get up off my turf. I actually soar over these waves. When I get paid, I gotta know people to pay, places to go. Watch what you say, watch what you coming at me like that, like whoa. I don't even feel like that, like whoa. You ain't even see my stacks, like whoa. We up on the sea, but that's my bow. Coming at me like that, like whoa. Coming at me like that, like whoa. Coming at me like that, like whoa. Coming at me like that, like
yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense. That good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagons. Big tax on my big
crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing, like an IPO trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans, I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
Then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag, couple hundred need the G-Wagons, big tax on my big spending, big facts, no pretending, we back on the full sense, that good thing, yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag, couple hundred need the G-Wagons, big tax on my big spending, big facts, no pretending, we back on the full sense.
yeah, hey, look what I got. New whip with no top. Cooking up no stove top. Ice cold, no snow drop. Big budget ass, big facts. Big money in the contract. Been running no contact. New record with the new tracks. Yeah, they been sending me new plaques. I don't really need new plaques. Nah, big rock with the suplex. Yeah, new rock got a new flex. Yeah, I'm current, I'm a new trend. Now boys with the full scent. Yeah, like I said, no new friends. We don't really need new friends.
Good thing, yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag, couple hundred need the G-Wagons, big tax on my big spending, big facts, no pretending, we back on the full sense, that good thing, yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag, couple hundred need the G-Wagons, big tax on my big spending, big facts, no pretending, we back on the full sense.
She call me Captain, but I got no cap. I make this money, it comes out on tap. Tryna stay private, but I got them groupies. On me in private, but don't get all choosy. Bust out the bubble and in with the new me. FTLOG on the top of the blue jeans. Y'all got the diamonds and I got the rubies. I got the rubies, I got the rubies. She call me Captain, but I got no cap. I make this money, it comes out on tap. Tryna stay humble, but I get real moody. Try not to stumble, but she a real cutie. Bust out the bubble and in with the new me. FTLOG on the top of the blue jeans. Y'all got the diamonds and I got the rubies. I got the rubies, I got the rubies. Too many people on a bandwagon. Done been through that hellfire. Came out lethal like a red dragon. Same old rapper with the same old flows. Color dreads with the pants sagging. Got that fame, but you sold your soul. You a warlock, I'm the dark assassin. Said thick stacks, mode change. Big bags, faux chains. Get that money, said big facts, no gains. Big stats, mo fame. We back done said big names. On stage, big trap, no shame. Going and running that big check. My name, sign that, mo rain. Come back home and just come up, hey. Let's be with that drama, hey. Saw that fatty mama, hey. Told her I don't wanna, hey. Come up, hey. Let's be with that drama, hey. Saw that fatty mama, hey. Told her I don't wanna, hey.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
That time we had a hanging! Haven't had a hanging in a long time!
Go to the fucking gym.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 27 hundo and 49 of the Daily Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gangcast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, bustas, hustlers, and yahos? It's your boy Papa Swolio back with another episode. And today's episode of the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Eversting K2, flexing on all you bees.
It's a fucking Carolina wine mixer.
All right, fam, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, Wednesday, November the 15th, and a reminder, you can watch the full show over there on Rumble, rumble.com/The Daily Swole. We are streaming for the first half on YouTube, so make sure you switch over when we go into the balls deep portion. But that being said, drop in the comments, what are you smashing today? Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, follow, leave us a 5-star review on Spotify, Apple Podcast, all that good shit. We got one announcement, particularly before we get started. Tomorrow's episode is private for members only, so make sure that you are joining the fam over at swolenormousx.com. We have our world famous Swole Fam Roundtable at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. It comes quickly. It feels like it was just Roundtable 55. So this Thursday, tomorrow, November the 16th, Roundtable 56, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. It's going to be awesome. All the links and information are on your homepage when you log in as a member. So join the fam, swolenormousx.com. Super, super sweet. All right, let's jump into today's episode. Drop in the comments, what are you smashing today? Let's summon the Falcon and get today's party started. Nailed it. All right, fam. Hashtag most people don't. No matter what you're trying to accomplish, understand that most people don't, which is why most people are fat and fucking lazy and don't have what they want, because they don't do the fundamental things to actually get themselves there. They just like to complain and whine and bitch and moan. And you know what we say to all of those people?
Go fuck yourself.
Hashtag most people don't. All right, fam, let's get into that tip. Babe, just an inch, just an inch. It's cold outside. All right, let's get right into it. We got a couple Swole Fam posts we're going to go through, and they'll get into some questions. And then, of course, we are going into balls deep. We got a couple articles. We got a few things to go over, plus some videos. All right, first post from the fam.
What's in the
Danny
box?
Boy. Danny Boy, new shirt just arrived. I feel stronger just looking at it. Hashtag Swole Fam for life and hashtag go the fucking gym. The classic, the uber viral video. This thing has like 80 or 90 million views or something on TikTok. So we took that frame, and it's funny when I wear it in a video. It's like Swoleception. It's like I'm wearing the shirt and I'm doing the same thing. It's freaky, but check it out. This is available, of course, over at papaswolio.com. But I love this design. It's just funny. It's kind of like an homage to the super viral video that kind of blew up the whole spitting thing. We got one here from Elizabeth. Morning, fam. Wanted to hit snooze and go back to bed, but I'm glad I didn't. Got good kettlebell work in this morning, and now I'm getting a quick breakfast in before work. Very nice. Good for you. Good for you. Excellent. Good for you. Lindsay, good morning, fam. Leg day was a success last night. I got bar at some point this morning and then more mobility and yoga later with my husband. Again, super proud of him because he's doing it right and learning mobility and yoga and how to recover. Happy Tuesday. You got some carrots there, so you're going to get some booze, Lindsay, even though we support what you're saying.
We choose truth over facts.
Dropping carrots in the comments is the same thing as, truth over facts. So, fuck carrots. Fuck carrots. Anytime I see the carrot emoji, I have to say how detestable and how worthless carrots are in society. They're worthless. They don't add any value to anyone. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me, boy. Don't lie to me and tell me that carrots are useful. Maybe as a doorstop. I will concede that. As a doorstop. Perhaps. Now don't start dropping carrots in the chat. God damn it. Who is that? God damn it, Michelle. All right, fam, let's get into some email responses. Now, some of you love the show. You're watching, you love the show, but you just can't get enough. You need more knowledge cock. So get it in your inbox. Maybe you don't look forward to opening your Gmail or your Yahoo Mail or whatever it is because it's just full of spam and promotions, just getting gangbanged with nonsense. So I know it's the holiday season. You're going to start getting a lot of Black Friday and stuff and specials and promotions and stuff like that. But let me rejuvenate your inbox. Go to makeemailswoleagain.com and get on the mailing list. That way you get the emails. You get all the updates and the emails and stuff that will really help you crush your 7 pillars. So go to makeemailswoleagain.com and get Papa Swolio. That's me. Get my knowledge cock in your inbox. Can you be healthy at any size? And the answer is no.
Fucking bullshit.
You absolutely cannot be. But let's talk a little bit more about it. Mike has a response to that email. Can you be healthy at every size? And Mike says, Papa Swolio, I am by any measure considered morbidly obese and can say that even though I have made a 180-degree turnaround in my eating habits and training regimen, I am still not, quote, healthy. I still need to lose another 150 pounds. I have lost 85 pounds since last December. Woo.
Wow.
To be considered within my health zone. So I still need to lose about 150 pounds to be within my considered health zone. I am focused on changing my body physiology by lifting weights 4 to 5 times a week with 20 minutes of cardio daily. I am currently in need of a hip replacement, which makes cardio difficult. I smashed legs today with hack squats, leg presses, leg extensions, calf raises, hamstrings, and did some 225-pound tire flips. I would love to be able to hear my email on the podcast. Well, you got it, Mike. Keep giving great advice. Mike, keep fucking crushing it, dude. Remember, everyone gets in these positions. Everyone has different paths. So the beautiful thing about the Swole Fam and the Daily Swole and the greater Swole Fam, people that maybe aren't, paying members, but they're listening to the show every day and stuff like that. Everyone's coming from a different standpoint. Everyone's starting their fitness. Everyone's starting their training protocol. Everyone starts somewhere, right? I started when I started. And Mike is starting when he started. So not everything in your past is your fault. It's how you were raised, it's what you were exposed to. It's your genetics that were passed on to you from your parents. that you didn't ask for, and that can make you more predisposed to storing body fat or having other types of addictions and predispositions. We know that. But to blame it on genetics is just nonsense. It's about your habits. Doesn't mean it doesn't play a factor, but it is something that you need to be aware of. But it's your responsibility for what you do forward. So now Mike is taking responsibility and crushing it. So good for you, Mike. You're on the right path. Keep going. Adam on YouTube says, didn't know you came back on YouTube. Thought you were on Rumble. I did, but I want to make sure that most people know that we are only doing the full show on Rumble. So when we go into the balls deep portion, it just behooves you to watch on Rumble because you'll only get the full show there. So I decided to come back a little bit because I noticed some comments, people saying like, hey, where's the stream? I mean, we did it for like a week or two, but I'm probably going to keep on doing it at least for a little bit longer. It's a little bit of a pain, but the full show is only on Rumble. So I encourage you to go and watch there. Otherwise, you're going to have to switch over and it'll be a pain in the butt for you. So let's see. Can you be healthy at every size? Stuart. I did not want to go to the gym today. I felt like shit and wasn't motivated. I ended up in there because I knew I would feel better about myself when I was done, and I was right. Got a sick pump on my shoulders because I pushed myself today. Tomorrow, I will recover and maybe do some yoga in the evening. I feel great right now because I went to the fucking gym. Peace. Goddamn right you do. Why wouldn't you feel amazing? Good for you, man. Good for you. I love the responses to the email. So again, when you get on the email list, make sure that you are responding to it. These are designed to be responded to. I want to hear back from you. I'd love to feature you on the show. So if you get an email that hits you in a certain way, if you get an email that actually triggers something or really hits home, respond. Let us know what you felt about it, what you liked about it, what you agree with, maybe what you disagree with, which is totally fine. Just respond and be happy to feature you. Super awesome. And yeah, Steffi, Papa can be everywhere at once. He's all around swole. It's just harder to keep track of 3 chats. I got Telegram, I got Rumble and YouTube. So I just want to make sure that people know where the podcast is because let's get into the knowledge cock first. Let's go. Hold on. Let's jam a little bit. All right. So anyway, feels good. It feels good. So anyway, I've been streaming on YouTube for years and years and years and been shadow banned and restricted and limited for years and years. And just enough became enough when they gave me a strike. So definitely not looking for another one. But at the same time, if it gets banned or, whatever, I'm not going to censor the show or do anything. But I will limit what we do on the YouTube channel. So the full show. So it will cut off when we go into the balls deep portion, but today we will do some questions. So if you do have questions on Rumble, YouTube, drop in the chat, but bottom line, make sure you subscribe on Rumble for the full show. And of course you could also watch on Spotify after the fact. The video is uploaded to Spotify. So Rumble and Spotify, you can catch the full show. All right, let's get into it. So questions, hashtag Ask Papa Swole, drop that in the chat. Let's fucking go. We got some people on Rumble. We got Cerny, Loretta, Natty Knight. What's up, Mark? How we doing? Steffi, Joe. Again, hashtag most people don't. Oh, by the way, I know I announced this on Monday. We have a new site, probably going to go up today. Is a couple delayed. Just had to go over and make sure that a couple things were still organized. But papaswolio.com, we're doing a whole new website. You might not notice too many differences. You probably will, but it's going to be a whole different site on papaswolio.com. Look, it looks like me. All right, so we got Top Guns. We got a bunch of designs that are 20% off, and we're about to launch. So maybe today or tomorrow we're going to launch like the site-wide 20% off Black Swole Week. We're just going to, boom, just fucking blanket the site. So it's going to be super sweet. But we have a bunch of things for Swolember for 20% off now if you want to go check the collections. But we're rocking the Top Guns, and I love this blue. I love this blue. So if you like it too, go check it out. All the merch, 20% off. Let's see. Green Trolley. My 13-year-old loves painting. She painted me a canvas and in the middle page wrote others don't and told me that's what others don't. That's what Swolio says. Hashtag most people don't. Nice. Nice. Your 13-year-old super based. Good shit. Good shit. All right. Rumble is the tits. Rumble is the tits. I love it. I love it. All right, let's get some questions. So drop your questions in the chat wherever you're watching. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. Let's go. Let's see here. Rama Silva. Papa Solio, are you natty? Yes, I am. Am I natty or nice? I am natty. I take creatine, though. I know. I'm not natty. I take creatine. Yes, I am not taking any peptides or SARMs or exogenous hormones, but I am open to it. I am not against it at all. I think people can do what they want. And, if I start getting more up in years, which I will be, maybe this decade, in the next few years, if I'm like, hey, your testosterone could be a little bit higher, you're good, but it could be a little bit higher, then maybe I'll consider it. So we'll see. But for now, yes, sir. Gilberto, and a lot of people say that they're on HRT or TRT, and they're taking a lot more than TRT doses. So what hormone replacement therapy is replacing what you would normally have as a healthy human being. All right. People say they're on HRT and then take significantly more than what's required to bring up their levels to natural, to the healthy range. So that's what the idea is. Like, hey, as you get older, hormones drop, things, start decreasing, harder to maintain muscle mass and strength and those types of things. So you replace it back up to normal levels. You don't take extra, but a lot of people take, they take shit in larger doses and other things and other compounds, not just testosterone or whatever. And they call it, oh, I'm on TRT. Yeah, right. Sure. Sure. That's what people look like when they're just natural. That's what because that would be what you would look like naturally, essentially. If you're on actual TRT, people don't look like that naturally either. So anyway, let's move on. Gilberto, 79. But I'll let you guys know if I go down that route. There's nothing to hide. Really nothing about it all. I think people hide if they're embarrassed. It's like, why be embarrassed? It's like if you're 50 and you're taking TRT, who cares? All right, Gilberto, how do you feel about rock climbing gyms? I feel nothing about them. I don't feel happy. I don't feel sad. I don't feel glad. I don't care. How do I feel about it? Do you like going to them? If you like going to rock climbing gyms, have at it, Hoss. I wouldn't not go. I just have not gone because I don't have any interest really in doing it. But good for you if you do. I love when people ask that. How do I feel about it? I don't spend time thinking about my feelings about rock climbing gyms. But it's definitely good if you don't want to, kill yourself on a mountain. You can practice your skills safely indoors. All right. Ayush Negi. Papa Solio, what you can recommend to those who cannot sleep early? I don't know if this is a language barrier. You mean sleep quickly, like you have trouble falling to sleep, or you can't go to sleep at an earlier time. So it's a big difference. So I will talk generally about it. You need to make sure you're setting better habits, not eating close to bed, not taking caffeine within like 10 hours of going to sleep. You're not stressing yourself out at night, cutting out blue light, cold, dark room, blackout curtains, meditation, and evening routine. It's very, very important. So I don't know if you mean you can't sleep efficiently, you can't go to sleep, or you're unable to because you're working third shift. I mean, if you're working third shift, that's the quickest way to take a decade or more off your life. Heart disease, it's Alzheimer's, it's the worst. Working overnights is the worst. It's really bad. The worst, okay, well, you can make arguments, but it's really, I know some of you get paid more and you have to, and I get it. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, but it's so bad for you. It's so bad for the body. That's when you're supposed to be sleeping. That sick Mohawk chick. Papa, I partially dislocated 2 ribs doing some strongman shit. What should I do? Well, you should take care of that. Whatever your doctor, your therapist says. I've never dislocated my ribs. Lacey, you're in the Telegram chat. Have you ever dislocated ribs doing your strongman shit? That sucks. What should you do? You should get back to 100% as quickly as you can by being healthy, proper nutrition, proper mobility, or whatever you need to do to heal that. You should not do anything that's going to put yourself at risk for injuring that more or perpetuating it. Gabrielle Marchi, Papa Swolio, need to remove my wisdom teeth. and got to spend 7 days without gym. Gets me nuts. Help me. Okay. So you have to be a week without the gym. You'll be just fine. Meditate, eat well, take care of yourself, get quality sleep, read some books, educate yourself, brain gains. Take care of yourself. You'll be okay. Avish Sharma, 21. Papa Swolio, I want to keep going to the gym, but I can't convince my parents to let me. Get new parents.
He's on fire!
Get new parents. You want to keep going to the gym, but you can't convince your parents to let me. Well, if you are in the situation where your parents dictate whether or not you can go to the gym, you have to get your own job and pay your own way. So I don't know why they wouldn't let you go to the gym. Do they understand that it's very good for your health and your self-esteem and your confidence as a young man? Or is it a financial thing, or they won't drive you there, or what? But if your parents can tell you what to do, well, they probably have a right to, because you're probably living with them and they can make decisions. It might suck and they might not have a rational reason, but without knowing more information. Swole Monkey. Papa Swole, how many grams of carbs are sufficient after a workout? I would play around and see what works best for you. I can't really give you that answer. It depends on the person. I don't say I don't quantify. I don't count the grams of. I'll put some, like if I'm after a workout, if I'm having, I might have an apple or two with my protein shake, or I'll put some mango. I'll put some kefir, some mango, and maybe a little real raw maple syrup, a little bit, and then the protein in there, and I'll blend it up and I'll drink it. I don't count the carbs. So I can't actually tell you that. It depends on your lean mass and what you feel best with. But in my opinion, for carbohydrates, less is more. It's kind of like you don't want to do too much. Better to have, you want to consume as little as you need to perform well. I tend to play with the carbs more than anything else. Protein, you want to focus on, and then you fill in the gaps with fat and carbohydrates. But I only do as many carbs as I feel that I need. That satisfies my recovery and everything like that. I don't just eat as much as possible, for example. So you have to play around and see what works best for you. There's no this amount is sufficient, this amount is good. It depends on your body mass and what you react to best. Mark says, I'm Indian and parents hate when their kids go to the gym. Why? What's going on, Indians? I'm gonna give your
Matt Damon.
I'm gonna give your culture a Matt Damon. That's a Matt Damon. Is this why the Jim Jow videos do really well? When I'm yelling people in Hindi to go to the fucking gym? What's up with that? Why? All right, PK Man Cave Collingwood. Advice for when depression hits the hardest. Gotta work out, but it's heavier than plates some days. Yep. That's my advice, is to keep going. That's why you need to have an anchor. You have to have a center. Vitamin D, magnesium, like proper nutritional supplementation, getting sunlight if you can this time of year. I know it's hard. Sauna, cold plunging, fantastic. Exercise, meditation, yoga, proper nutrition. That's my advice. When anything gets tough, you keep doing the things that you need to do more and harder. That's it. You got to work out, but it's heavier than plates. Yep. You're doing it. You're going through. You're doing it again. You're doing it again. Remember, your gut is the gut-brain axis. That's it. Like if you have issues with your gut biome, if you have issues with digestion, if you have issues with leaky gut, you're going to have mental issues. And I'm not saying like you're going to be insane, but you're going to have mood issues. You're going to have clarity issues. You're going to have brain fog. You're going to have a lot of problems. Okay. It's a real thing. So this is from Instagram. So I don't know what you're eating, but yeah, it's not, when I say go to the fucking gym, that's just tip of the iceberg. Go to the fucking gym really means a lot more than that. Go to the fucking gym means like stay focused on your target. Go to the fucking gym. Do it. It means execute more. It means so much more. People are saying, well, you don't even go to the fucking gym. You train at home. Yeah, you fucking idiot. The gym is wherever you train. The gym is getting it done. Get it done. Get it done. Get it done. And keep doing it. No excuses. And don't stop. Mark says they think it's useless, going back to the Indian parents. They think it's useless and we should be studying. Well, studying what? Going to university is worthless today. The last thing I would recommend anyone to do is to go to fucking college or university. That's a waste of time. There's maybe only a few things that you actually have to go to do that. Business degrees are a waste. You don't have to go for like kinesiology, even my exercise science. It's a fucking waste. It's not, especially nowadays. It's nonsense. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. You're just getting into debt. So it really depends. There's only really maybe a handful of actual careers where like you're going to benefit from going to. And honestly, it's really just, it's mostly nonsense anyway. It's just a way to get more money. You could definitely learn quicker other methods, but the pathway, you have to go through a college or university in order to do it. So, you know, that's the only real reason. It's not that, definitely university is not the best way to learn things, but it's just sometimes you have to go through that if you want to be a doctor or a nurse or things like that. Anyway, and here's the thing. You don't want to go through a 4-year degree just to be in debt and then to have to go like work at a Burger King to pay back your loans. You know, most of the degrees are worthless. All degrees are inflated in terms of price. Every single degree is overly expensive. But you know, a lot of them are just completely worthless. It's just bloat. We have too much bloat in our society. We have too much bloat in our society when it comes to jobs. Like, and it translates into every department and every business. You know, HR is a bloated nightmare. Like all these different. There's so many aspects of education that translate into other areas of our society. It's just bloat. The government's bloated and it bloats everything. It's gross. So college and university is, 95% scam. It's just, it's an expensive high school is really what it is. You go to college and you're sitting in rooms like you did in high school. And people go to college and they don't know they don't know what to do. I went to college without knowing what I wanted to do. It's the stupidest fucking thing. Oh yeah, let me 120 or 30,000, whatever it is. And I got grants and I had some loans, but I had better than many people. So, but you're going to college without knowing what you want to do. That's not what you should be doing. It's nonsense. So I went to college for 4 years and then I got my CSCS, which is a great certification at the time. This is 20 years ago. And then after, I was just ranting to Mama Sully about this yesterday. We got in the conversation. So I had degree, top certification. I was in great shape and everything. I came down to Florida and I couldn't get a job as a personal trainer because I didn't have experience. Any of these private gyms or higher end gyms? No, I didn't have any experience. Oh, you're in college, you had a degree. So how do you get experience without experience? You're telling me that I went to college for 4 years, got a personal training certification, and then I ended up working at a Bally's. I worked at a Bally's. That was my first job. I didn't have to go to fucking college for that. I didn't have to go to college for that. Everything I learned about fitness and training, everything I learned about fitness and the human body, I have a degree in exercise science, was all on my own because I was passionate about it and I just absorbed books on my own. Everything I learned was in the gym doing it myself. I didn't learn shit in the class. Oh, I learned from the anatomy of a heart. Ooh, really powerful stuff. Really important that I learn about the fucking bicuspid valve. Really important for me. Really important information. I could have watched a YouTube video for 10 minutes and boom, there you go. Could have saved me 50 grand. It's stupid. It's stupid. So you could work for 4 years and not be in debt and be gaining valuable skills. So I could have gone into the workforce, started training, put that money in, Bitcoin didn't exist at the time. So could put my money in just like a index fund, had that like compound for 4 years, right? and start doing that stuff right away rather than get into 4 years of debt and come out and be like, I don't know what I want to do. It's sick. It's sick shit. It pisses me off. It's disgusting. What shocks me is that people are still going to fucking college. Now, I will say this is in 2001. So it was, Facebook came out when I was in college, when I was like, it was like sophomore year. So I was one of the first people on Facebook. So I had the largest Facebook group on campus. So I was doing this social media marketing from the beginning. I was like inviting every single person to my Facebook group. Oh yeah, I was hustling in 2002. I just didn't realize it, that I was doing this kind of shit then. But yeah, I can't fathom anyone looking at college today and being like, it's such a archaic. It's so nonsensical today. It's so nonsensical. 20 years ago, okay, made more sense. It still didn't make sense, but it made more sense than today. Today it's ludicrous that people are sending their kids to college. Ludicrous. Ludicrous. All right. Let's see. We got some bunch of comments here. Okay. Astarika. Papa Swolio, do you still drink or smoke, Papa? I don't drink. I haven't had a sip of alcohol in... What year is it? 2 years? And I wasn't, and even 3 years ago, I wasn't really drinking, but like, I mean, I had like the last like sip of like whiskey I had was like 2 years ago. And it's not because I was addicted to it or couldn't stop. I just lost interest in it. I do like cigars though, but I no cigarettes or anything else, but no alcohol, just no desire for it. Let's see. Nina Cruels, Papa Solio, can someone lift weights if have joint conditions? Well, I don't know what those joint conditions are. It's not medical advice. So yeah, people can lift weights. It depends on what your limitations are, but I would also be addressing those joint conditions. What are you referring to? A lot of that is autoimmune. It's based on your nutrition and other things. So I would definitely look into that because nutrition can directly cause joint conditions. Eating foods that your body is rejecting or not getting enough nutrition, micronutrients. So definitely look into that. Okay. Let's see. Sebas Gabe Cowan. We'll do a couple more and then we're going to go balls deep. So reminder that we are only doing balls deep. We're switching over exclusively to Rumble. So if you want to catch the full show, head on over to rumble.com/thedailyswole. We will be shutting it down when we go into the balls deep section on YouTube. So just heads up for that. Weekday split. It varies. My weekday split varies, but usually something generally like a push-pull legs, something like that. Sometimes it breaks out from a 3-day split. And I don't go based on 7 days. So that's irrelevant to me. I go based on recovery. So when I say 3-day split, it just means most body parts, but I do other things maybe on other days. So I might be doing some accessory things on an in-between day, and that might vary. So anywhere between like a 3 and a 5-day split. And I don't base it off a 7-day cycle. So I base it off, this is how many days I'm splitting all the body parts in, but I'm cycling through. So what I would recommend for you to find a good split, you have to know what body parts you're trying to prioritize. You can't prioritize everything. You're either prioritizing nothing or you're prioritizing probably 2 things. I would say you can really only prioritize 2 things because you have to revolve your entire split around giving enough recovery and priority to those 2 specific body parts, for example. You can't train everything first in a workout, right? So if you want to prioritize your shoulders and your calves and your chest and your glutes, you can't prioritize all those things because you have to train something first. You have to revolve. Like, for example, think about it as the solar system. You have all these planets that revolve around the sun. I mean, it's just an analogy that popped into my head right now, but you have to make sure that you just have to make sure that you're giving enough recovery for the things that you want to focus on. So whatever you train when you're most rested, whatever you train first in a workout is when you're gonna be the most recovered. So anyone that's trying to, a lot of people say, how do I grow my calves? Well, don't train them last. If you're training them last, you're training them when you're always fatigued. Hey, Papa Swole, how do I get bigger biceps? My biceps are lacking. It's like, well, when do you train your biceps? Well, I do, shoulders, and I do press, I do lateral raise, and I do my back and stuff like that. And then I do biceps. Well, you're training them last. Of course, you're going to be fatigued. You're already checked out. You're exhausted. You're wiped out. Don't underestimate how tired you are after 30, 45 minutes of intense training if you're doing it properly. So you need to have a separate day where you're doing biceps first. You have to, and then if you're doing a day where like, okay, I really want to bring up this body part, I need to train it first. I know that sounds weird. It's like, well, you're going to train biceps first on a day. Exactly. Well, that's called prioritizing. So then if you're training biceps on a Wednesday, maybe a couple other things after that, but biceps are the priority. Well, how is everything else working out? You might not do back the next day because you did biceps on Wednesday. So that might have to go first, maybe do back before, maybe give a couple more days until you do your back training. You see what I'm saying? So based on what you're trying to prioritize is going to depend on what else you do for your split. So just keep that in mind. You can customize your split. There is no good I guess there are some splits that are just dumb, but a split that works for you, if you're making progress, you're recovering enough, if that body part is recovering enough before you cycle through and doing that body part again, that's what you have to keep in mind. All right. Any last questions before we go balls deep? Reminder, full show exclusively on Rumble. Link is in the description. So we will not be doing the balls deep here on YouTube. So make sure that you shift over to Rumble. We'll do one more question from Astar. I seldom to the gym. For shame. But every day I walk 6 kilometers. Is that good, or do I still need to go to the gym? Yes, absolutely. You still need to go to the gym. You still need to lift weights. I'm glad that you walk a couple miles, but that has nothing to do with bone density, muscle growth, and all the benefits of building muscle mass. You need to lift weights. You can go for a walk after. Make sure you're focusing on lifting weights. Prioritize lifting weights. You will feel so much better. You'll be much healthier, and you can always enjoy a good walk. Walking is fantastic, but lifting weights is absolutely essential. All right, fam, thank you so much for being here. Again, right now, you can shift on over to Rumble because we are about to go balls deep. So rumble.com/The Daily Swole, The Daily Swole on Rumble, and let's get into some balls deep content. YouTube peeps, we'll see you over on Rumble. Thanks for being here, and it's time to get after it.